Yo, welcome back to another video. Today, January 2nd, watch list for January 3rd, 2025. Not a whole lot of action on my end from today. Kept it light and tight. SES. We had those daily wicks I was talking about. I was looking for dips along trend for possible big picture breakout. So right off the open, we got a flush straight down, all red candles with some speeding up of volume right into prior support. So I reacted to the flush, scaled in. This one was a reactive, and then this one was an adverse low a day risk. So I took like 5 cents. Not a big winner. And then LPSN was a trade plan coming into it from yesterday from our watch list on Tuesday, I believe. Multi-day runner up from 90 cents to 2.1, and we got a slight gap up into yesterday's resistance levels. Right in here, I wanted to see a shove into 170s, which didn't come, but VWAP seller all pre-market. So once VWAP shoved and failed, we went red. I got short and just covered into the flush, took 10 cents there. So between the two, small day, but keeping the momentum, getting in where I fit in. And that's the goal around here. Gallo, how's it going? El Jefe, how's it going? Tina, how's it going? I posted my plans ahead of time on Twitter, just so I could kind of collect my thoughts as I was scanning. How's it going, Chris? Good to see ya. KBTS, RGTI, all these quantum names starting to break out of recent daily channels. These things, screw these tickers. They're way too choppy. They look like parabolics. They look like pullbacks. They look like hard crack lower highs. They look like breakouts. And it's, the farther you zoom out, the cleaner they look. You get this huge multi-day move, red weak, and then it just ends up re-breaking out anyways. Like, this stuff looks weak. QBTS hasn't broken out yet. Last breakout failed and stuffed, but it's still holding up. Qubit, same kind of thing. This higher low trend right through here broke down and then immediately reclaimed. QSI is moving along with RGTI. Just steady highs, no pullbacks, going crazy. Color, I had this one in with the quantum basket, but this one is pulling back. Not the Cletus backside fade. Excuse me. With the big gap up today and then fail red. Definitely bagged some people there this morning, so nothing I'm super eager to trade. So I'm just keeping that basket on radar for anything A+ that does set up, but no plans in trade of them. They're way too choppy. Besides like a day here and there, haven't traded them super well as a whole, other than this day right here and that parabolic first red days. So just looking to keep an eye, get a feel for them, but no real plans there. ABAT, this will be a back burner watch, but it had a good history of front side and now continues to fade steadily on the back side. And if we zoom out, we definitely have a nice pullback, and we've separated now from this $3 prior resistance that became support, that became resistance again. So that would be that goal $3 range for a backside bounce. Today, a little bit of strength there off the open, but was met with some selling pressure fairly quickly. Once it gapped up and tested the pre-market highs, just failed and never saw higher. So ideally, we get a gap down and washout and then can get a mean revert bounce. Same kind of thing with rum, but I'd be more likely to trade rum. This one's been a bit cleaner on the backside. Fundamental case for it on the front side of the move, so there should be a bit of an underlying bid there on this pullback. So weak opens, consolidate at lows, weak open, consolidate at lows, weak open, consolidate at lows, weak open, consolidate at lows. So ideally, we instead of getting slight gap downs or flat opens, we get a big gap down that would signal a possible trend change, and then once we get a flush out and the open stabilizes, then that bounce mean revert could be in the cards. But I'd need to see some sort of downside exhaustion, otherwise just assuming it wants to continue its fade. A few names that just kind of staying familiar, that recent runners that haven't gone away. SES, we've still got those daily wicks, 190 over under. So no plans on dips for me now. Tried it once today. Stayed firm, but didn't really amount to much. So I'm going to be waiting for 230, 240 to start to build. LODE, same kind of thing. Couple wicks, big multi-day move. And if you look left at this breakout level, each dip below that 70 cents keeps holding up. So I no plans right now, but I will keep it on watch. FFIE, I was going into today with the big front side move, massive pullback, and was looking for gap ups to be met with selling pressure. The same thing it did over here. You get that massive red day and then the gap up. Albeit was about like an 80 to 100% gap on that day, so definitely a bit different than this one today, where it closed at 240 and was only gapping up to 280, so not really that exhaustion gap. There is, a lot of bag holders up here, but if this starts to build 4+, I don't really even see this as the bounce short opportunity until 340 starts to fail again. But if this starts to build 4+, shorts are definitely in a bind that we're swinging this. So I have no position here. I had drawn some lines and set some alerts this morning looking for a time that VWAP would start to stay heavy. This was the first sort of failed follow through setup. 320 started to act as a top, and it pulled into VWAP over under, but continued. So glad I avoided it and didn't force my bias there, but a daily that's still holding up. RVSN, kind of same thing as SES, where you get that big front side move, couple wicks, and continuing to hold up near its highs. If this starts to build 250+, could have a breakout in the cards, so I will be keeping that on watch. OPTT, same kind of thing, big pullback, and just been sideways, so no real plan there, but keeping it on watch. And Holo, the other one, right up near its highs, no real plan on it, but just notable. And then we've got, so we did RUM and ABAT as backside bounces, and then NXU, big frontside move, same thing as always, 20 cents to 220, massive red day. This one stayed weak today, but holding prior support, looking left. Nice sideways right here in this 80-cent range. So weak opens versus 80 cents. I like for a possible mean revert, could get back up into the mid ones. So would look for a weak open and then opening range highs and join for a green move. It hasn't gone green today, and it went red this day and then held red here, so we've got like 1.5 red days. But I will be keeping this one on watch as long as 80 holds. Could see a bounce there. And then INUV is the other one. Not really A+, but we do have volume speeding up. I wanted it a bit higher. We did have a slight exhaustion gap. Thanks to Nate for pointing this one out. It is a daily I like to keep on radar. So we did have a bit of a blowout here in pre-market, but I would have preferred for it to open up here, maybe get a 90 to $1 shove, and then sit back. But that blowout failed. So if I could get, can't stop yawning, man. If I can get a flat open 70 cent exhaust, use 70 cents over under prior day's VWAP as a guide, and possible sit back for a red roll, I could see low to high 50s on something like that. But did go red there briefly yesterday or day before. So we did get that little flush red, but we'll see. Not really A plus, but if the action looks good, something that we're familiar with, like from Tuesday, you look at all those first red days action. But the main watches is likely most of those long ideas. Nothing super crazy to the short side for me. Nito, big runner from today. No plan on it tomorrow, but just keeping it on watch because it's a big percent gainer. So yeah, mostly a long watch list going to tomorrow. I've got Rum for a gap down washout reversal, ABAT possible, but not as ideal. Then you got SES and RVSN holding up near their highs. You've got Holo, definitely some shorts trapped in there holding up. And then you have NXU for possible backside bounce first green day. So mostly a long watch list for me tomorrow. Not a whole lot to the short side. Any other questions you guys have? Otherwise, I will wrap it up there. Give it a few minutes. Clearly all my yawning, I'm a bit tired, so. But I will share my plans over in IU tomorrow regardless. So if you guys are over there, chat in the lounge, momentum room in the morning. Feel free to shoot some PMs over in IU as well. I check those frequently. I'm usually there every morning, so. Can color still be considered a first green day idea? It could be. It's a bit choppier on the backside, especially with today's gap up and fail. I think this would be one where I would end up chopping myself up too much on the backside. It is coming into its prior breakout level here, sub 3 area, right in here. So you could make a case for it off of today's lows, but I think I would rather focus on something like NXU or Rum than color, personally. Still tons of volume. 50 million shares traded today, so dollar volume is there. There's definitely still some attention here. So I do see the merit to it. I think it's something I'd have to see how it's acting tomorrow. But the last couple days just kind of left a sour taste with the weekday. Little perk there into close. Then you'd think week opens into prior looking left prior days lows. Wicks and gets held up, and then it just ends up failing. So it'd be hard for me to trust any sort of opening range break or green break or anything like that, like the typical triggers I like to use. It'd be hard for me to trust to put any size behind it. But I do see the merit there, especially with the sector still going. Have some rest. We need you fresh tomorrow in the room. I'll do my best. Yeah, see how things are gapping. See how many guys are on broadcast in the morning if I want to hop on. We'll see what's up. I gave Lonza a chance for first green day today, but sold at the failed second break of highs for a small gain. Made you not be interested in this one yesterday. Just looks illiquid to me. Yeah, that was probably it. Didn't meet dollar volume requirement. We had big frontside move. I was looking for this overextension first red day, and this was the kind of action. If I go, so this is good. Like, this is good action. This is tradable. This traded 9 million shares this day. This is parabolic blowout action. So any sort of pops up into 250, 260 are good. So I had it on watch into this day for some sort of volume to short, and it was just straight down. And once 9:45, 10 a.m., volume disappeared. And then the following day, you start getting gaps in the chart. And then this day, even more illiquid, you can see here. And yesterday traded, or Tuesday, traded 2.2 million shares on a 140-ish close. Is like $3 million volume, and I like that $7 to $8 million traded from the prior day in order for me to be interested. If they don't have that dollar volume, they fail more times than not. Stuff like this, where you get slams of 10 cents in a candle, or you get pops like 20 cents in a candle. It's just too illiquid. If I wanted to move this name by 50, 60,000 shares, that's doable. So if I can move the stock, I don't like trading it. Simply enough. Yeah, volume. Float too big. Got it. Appreciate your take. No problem. Alrighty, sounds good, guys. I will see you guys over in IU tomorrow for those of you that are there and those of you that are not yet. I do have the link down below if you want to join IU. I think it's the best community around. And if you're not in there, then I will be back on Sunday for another watch list. Thank you guys for stopping by. Get in where we fit in. Make some memories, and I'll see you guys in the room. Peace.